Howdy folks, this is Lance Elliott here, and welcome back to Let's Play Major Minor. Huh, had it already gotten dark outside? Just how much time were we wasting in there? Oh well. Akihabara at nighttime was beautiful. It was lit up unlike anything I'd ever seen. Did you enjoy your little date? I wouldn't really call it a date. I was just joking, Rook. No need to repeat it, now I'm embarrassed. Killa was talking about me behind my back? That's new. I made a joke, and that's all it was. I was wanting about you wanting to woo Eclair. I'm sorry for doing that. It was rude. Accept his... What are they talking about? I'm a little confused. Accept his apology, but I let him know that's not in my nature. I never try to win over a crying girl. Is that what's going on? Regardless, it made me laugh. We bonded, or whatever you want to call it. That's until something came up. Something came up? Didn't want to interrupt you two. We had no idea what you might have been doing, but I got a call. We're going to the hotel. A call? Wait, that's not so weird. Just hear him say that he bonded with Keela. Notice that they're both holding takeout bags. No way, they got food without me? I can't explain the specifics right now, but it involves your safety, both of you. So I need to take you to your hotel. Yeah, it all seemed very important. We discussed it over some dinner. Without me. Damn, I'm hungry.
I'm very hungry.
Good news though, we're really close. It's just a short walk away. I made sure to book a convenient location. I'll tell you a little more tomorrow, but right now safety is important. Take his word for it and try not to object. A lecture from Rook is not what I want right now. He starts to lead us down the street. Doesn't take much longer until we get to the hotel. Well, this is it. I hope you enjoy your stay. Your room is 217. Here are your key cards. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Hands us both our key cards. Wow, this place is massive. What kind of amenities does it have? Well, you'll each have your own beds. There's a hot tub, a bed, and a shower. You'll even get your own masseuse. Personal masseuse? Wow, I could sure go for a massage. That's just crazy. I feel like a millionaire. Wonder who else is staying here. If this is the hotel contest winner's stay, they must see all sorts of celebrities present. I hope you two enjoy it. You have no idea how much it cost. Not too much, I hope. Be up at 9 a.m. sharp. I'll come get you in the morning. If it's not me, it'll be Jade. You'll get to meet more of the team. Plus, you'll experience the backstage life. There's lots of food, just so you know. Food? Yes, finally. That's all I wanted to hear. Kill excitedly runs to the hotel room doors. I decide to give chase. I wouldn't want to get lost. It doesn't take us that long to find our hotel room, but when we do, we are stunned. Would you like to save the game? Yes. We'll overwrite this one, I suppose. I don't need to have a save for every single one. It looks amazing on the inside. It's the biggest hotel room I've ever seen. This place is huge. If you picture a fancy Japanese hotel, it is exactly what it'd be in your head. It even has kotatsu. Not that I'm that cold or anything, but at least they're prepared for it all. Can't get over how great this place is. It's top tier, that's for sure. Let's turn on the TV and see what's on. I love weird Japanese game shows. He scurries over to the table and grabs the remote. For a moment he looked confused. I guess the buttons on the remote are in Japanese. See him find a big red button and press it. Sure enough, the TV turns on. I suppose some things are universal between cultures. He sits down on the floor and motions for me to join. Well, most TV manufacturers are in Japan. Seems like there's a big news report going on. I see a crime scene tape and I look at the time. Now I know what's going on. Another midnight death. Shouldn't we have been in the building before the midnight death? The news reporter appears on the screen. He seems distraught, maybe even scared. Fukumoto here, reporting live from Tokyo. I have some distressing news. Give me a moment here. Confirming. Looks off the screen for a few moments and nods as if he's talking to somebody off the screen. He holds the microphone away from himself. Whatever he's talking about must be unsafe to hear. Sorry, it'll just take a while longer. I'm sorry for interrupting your program. I'll resume this as soon as it's over. Looks away from the camera again, same direction. Fukumoto wears a face of shock all of a sudden, like he's been given horrible news. It's now being confirmed to me, another victim of the midnight deaths. Their body was discovered just moments ago. Let's out an audible gulp before continuing. Not sure how to go about saying this, but with heavy heart Heavy heart? Oh no, this must not be an ordinary victim. He cuts himself off, but taking a gulp before he continues. Isn't every life pretty important? It's Clace, the pop idol, recently in Tokyo to launch his new tour, but now a victim of these senseless deaths. Music stops. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. An unexpected turn was the achievement. An earlier time in the throne room of Veloquez, the Immortal King. I feel like there's more of these than there was before, but maybe I'm wrong. History repeats itself, at least that's what they say, right? We make our mistakes and learn from them. I cannot say, my lord, I'm merely mortal. I can live but a short life with many mistakes. I'll be gone before history can repeat. But you have the wisdom of a millennia. Something I'm not lucky enough to hold. Were it a statement, I would agree, but you pose a question, and one I have no right to answer. There's no need to apologize. I was simply thinking aloud, though it may relate to player somewhat. He's getting quite the following. Rightly so, he has the charisma, enough to bend anyone to his will, even if the cause is foolish as his. Yes, what a foolish cause it is. The last time someone sought severance, well, the only thing I severed was their head. And it's a costly and dangerous desire. ... by the way. Just a joke, of course. Though I forgot about your career. I'll try not to make a joke about assassination. How's your protege coming along? I mean, Conrad, he's conflicted. Sometimes he thinks our methods are harsh. Perhaps he might even think they are wrong. If I was the same. I would give it time, my lord. He'll become one of great importance. Very well, I trust in both of you. You will expose Lord Player quite swiftly, and so my reign will go unhindered. Of course, my lord. Though Player is not the topic of today, there's a matter of much greater import. Something wrong, my lord? No, it's the opposite, in fact. My opening of Terra to immigrants, it was for a very specific reason. There are those who would disagree with me, and I would as well, if I were unaware. The truth of this matter is quite secretive. Truth? You aren't doing this for charity? Quite a welcome side effect, to be honest, but my intent wasn't to take in so many. I only sought to rival one person, the Savior. The Savior? Yes, I opened our borders solely for them, but so far they have not come. What might we need saving from? It can't be a lack of resources. Lord Player's filling everyone with that. Indeed it is not, but my lips are sealed. I only know that they are needed urgently. I'll require your help, however. I've learned something recently. A method that may expedite their arrival. I'm all ears, my lord. Your ears aren't that big compared to his ears. His ears are way bigger. I finally pinpointed their location. A trusted source has found the Savior. They reside on a planet called Earth. I've never heard of it. For a very specific reason, Indy. I'm just going to call you Indy. Earth is not connected to any other world, is what I call an untouched planet. Such a thing exists? Only when you have something to hide, or in this case, something to shelter. How can I help? It seems Earth is beyond anyone's reach. I'm happy to assist, but I seem unable. Gladly, that is not... Oh, 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. My cat came back. He was missing for like a week. I was getting really worried about him. But he's finally back. So you might hear a lot of meowing. He's very meowy right now after that. Where were we? Gladly, this is not the case. I trusted source that I mentioned earlier. They've come up with a means to reach Earth. The means to retrieve the Savior. Retrieve, my lord? Yes, like a thief in the night. And this task will fall solely to you. Here he comes. There's no one else I can trust. Little kitty. I am honored. What must be done? Must perform a ritual. Spooky. Spooky music. Kitty. Gil and I remain frozen in fear as we watch in horror as the TV displays a gruesome image. We see a body bag being loaded into an ambulance. It drives away without its siren wing. That means no, it can't be. It just can't be. Suddenly everything comes crashing down. There would be no more world tour. Would we be sent back home? Would we become source of media hotshots? Killer's jaw appears inches away from the floor. I can tell he's fighting off tears with fervent effort. But it seemed to be unable to form a coherent sentence. Kind of like me when I'm trying to read these text lines. I reach out to comfort him, and I can't move. I know this feeling by now. I've experienced it several times today on the train ride here. I'm about to be visited by him. Nope, it's not a flamboyant lobster person. It's just the Jesus hyena. It's an interesting thing, isn't it? Life is such a frail force when death is infinitely more powerful. Some would hope it's the other way around. To watch your world fade away like a small fly being swatted on the wall, just like that, someone can die. No one is above death, just as no one is below life. I had enough of his cryptic speeches. I deserve some answers. I make that very clear. Thankfully, I'm able to move and speak again. You want answers? What is an answer exactly? Right, here we go with the riddles. Doorway to more questions? Perhaps. Now he's just getting pretentious, but I sense some nervousness. He's worried about something, like he's trying to stall. Well, I did promise you answers, but I cannot suspend this place for long. Please come with me to the Ark. Suspend? Someone logged into Steam. I thought I got another achievement for doing nothing. You'll have to grab my hand. A connection is required to do this. What about the first time? I spent a moment thinking before acting. Come on now, grab my hand. If the suspension ends, you'll be trapped. You don't want to know what happens then. I mean, he's Jesus hyena, so probably should do it. I reach out and grab his hand. I have no idea what he's planning, but I trusted him, especially if I was going to give me some answers. I couldn't disobey him on the verge of truth. And give me a power like he implied he did, he had to trust me as well. This might hurt a little bit. No, thank you, I don't want any. Smirks at me and snaps his finger. Oh, he's a Q! This time using his free hand. And then we're in the Ark, just like that. Should have known it was Q. Robert Delancey! Wait, I don't think his first name's Robert. I could be wrong. First and foremost, allow me to apologize. I feel as though you may be overwhelmed. It's not like me to take things so fast, but recently matters have become urgent. Furthermore, I will give you answers. I feel like you deserve that much. You were thrust into unusual circumstances. So I welcome you once more to the Ark. A place where you can relax and ponder, a place where you can collect yourself. And a select few are allowed entry here, those that I trust with my life. But not only that, with the lives of many. So you are a hyena, Jesus. And you are the first in a very long time. So you're free to relax, no danger will befall you here, not as long as you're by my side. Inches closer to me.
I need an adult.
As if my safety increases with his proximity. So about these answers you requested, I'm willing to provide you with them, but I'll only need answer one question, or I'll only answer one question. There are many more important matters at hand. I'd like it if you thought carefully. I will not be vague or hide the truth, so make sure you ask what you truly want. You deserve it after what you experienced, but there are far larger issues at hand. I can fear the death of Clace is unimportant. Unimportant? Well, that's an insult for sure, especially if someone just lost their life, but it's probably unwise to vocally contest them. Instead, I just stopped and think of what I should ask. Where's the bathroom? Only one question? That's hardly fair. There's a veritable mountain of them in my mind. Everything about today was an enigma, kind of like the inner machinations of Patrick's mind, and much of it fell into the same realm of supernatural. Kitty. Can't expect me to find closure from one question unless that was the point. Ability to bend reality to my will? He's testing me. There had to be a way to get all of the answers. And still adhere to his rule of one question. If this power was true, I could easily accomplish that. I'd like to save a game. Yes, because this is our power, the ability to save the game. Give this one its own save. What should I ask him? Won't always have the ability to ask every question. What is the Ark? Who are you exactly? More about this power. What are the Midnight Deaths? I have to know who this man is. It makes no sense to ask this question. Must know who I am since he gave me this power, yet here I stand knowing nothing about him. You want to know who I am? My, that's a vague question. How do you find an identity? Is it a name, a past, one's actions, is it personality, or appearance? Well, if almost any of those are true, then you have a good idea of who I am. You must be inquiring after a name, perhaps a past, of which you will only learn one. Where do I start? For many who call the Ark my home, But there are few who know the real truth. The Ark is my prison. Been trapped here for, well, I lost count of 1,000 years. But I've been here way longer than that, though if I could be honest with you, it feels like only seconds have passed. Time can lose its importance, you know, especially when you're not really a victim to it. Back at home, I would cherish every second, but here, time remains almost frozen. I don't even know what year it is. I can't tell when it's day, nor can I tell when night has come, yet. This is a method of torture. Temporal deprivation, they call it. I'm able to leave for very short periods, but even this is another method of torture, a small taste of home brutally torn away. Try not to use that power, it only serves to mock what I am missing. Must be boring you with the tale of this woe, allow me to explain more relevant things. Might wonder why this is my prison. Well, I inherited substantial power, far more than anyone could call normal. In fact, I'm a threat to the universe. However, you did not ask about this power, and I feel I've shared enough about myself. I'm afraid that's all the time I have. I hope you are satisfied with my answer. Truthfully, it was a little much to take in, but despite of recent events, I felt relaxed. It was nice to get the honest truth. For now, he was vague and dodgy. Now that I've answered your question, we have to discuss the real issue here. The real reason why I brought you to the Ark is quite simple, really. Another world wants to take you by means of an ominous ritual. They've been trying to summon you for days. I think they can sense the power I gave you. I've been able to intercept them, however. That's why you've been brought back to the Ark. I shift your trajectory and take you there. This is so I can try to learn their intent. We wouldn't want your power to be abused. I sent them random Earthlings. It takes a lot of power to bring you here. I need to foil them with other methods. I didn't want them to take you, at least not until I knew why. Does this make any sense to you at all? Barely. If you had the power to be abused, it could throw the universe into disarray. I don't want that to happen again. Last time it happened should be the last. That makes more sense. He takes a look at his surroundings. I see a hint of regret and remorse on his face. But the more I interrupt the ritual, the more I realize I'll never know. I can't figure out why they want you. So this time, I'll let them succeed. I wanted to keep you on Earth for observation purposes, of course. But now that will not be possible. Many worlds are going to want you. Your power can save them or destroy them. You'll be caught up in many affairs. We must hope that they seek your power for good. Many of us would use it to nefarious ends. Perhaps after helping this world, we can do good for other worlds as well. Wait, he's sending me to another world just like that? That's not right. Am I even able to survive on another planet? His explanation only puts more questions in my head. Do not worry, I'll still watch over you if anything automatically happens. If anything traumatic happens, just relax. I'll bring you back in the face of danger. Remember that you are cared for. Not let any harm befall you. I consider you a ray of hope. Yeah, he's Jesus. Okay. My agent of fate. Oh, another word, he snaps his fingers loudly. Oh, but he's a Q. Is he Jesus or Q? I feel a rush of inertia. There's the question in Star Trek of if Q is God. This isn't right. Nothing about this is right. Finally pushed over the edge and start to panic. Clace was dead. I was cursed with a power I didn't ask for, a power that could either save or destroy worlds. This was... Before I can continue, my entire body feels pain, like the first time I was here on a much larger scale. Try to focus on my breathing, but that causes even more pain than I can handle. Feels like a paper cut, but on every fiber of my being. Getting torn apart at a level... I didn't read it all. But then shortly after, I feel nothing. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Not to be confused with ... Very different. I find myself in a forest, quickly thrown against a nearby tree like I was traveling incredibly fast. I land on the ground and grip my head in pain. Pain radiates harshly with my heartbeat, which is to say the least, it was incredibly fast. I lost track of time, but eventually it subsided. As I'm lucid again, I quickly examine my surroundings. Feels like everything is moving faster than normal. The swaying leaves look as if they're in a hurricane. But my perception of time quickly returns to normal. That was odd. It's like when you look at a clock. Sometimes the second hand moves faster for a moment. Take a few steps around, but I can't find any balance. I quickly stumble over and brace myself on a tree. What's going on? It feels like I'm drugged. I fall to my knees, embracing the tree. Otherwise, I'd be eating a face full of grass. I start to wonder where I've ended up. I can only think of where I'm not. Something tells me I'm a long way home. The anxiety of that fact completely overpowers me. Any semblance of curiosity I had was utterly destroyed. I sulk in some sort of otherworldly homesickness. Here I am, stuck on the soil of a foreign planet. Said I'd be brought back in the event of trauma. Was this not traumatic enough? What if something traumatic doesn't happen? Will I ever see Earth again? Will I ever experience the aftermath of Clace's death? Those weren't the types of things I wanted to see, but it was definitely my right to see them. I feel as this Ark has robbed me blind of my future. Well, if I don't want this power, I guess I don't even have a say in the matter. Simply forced to help against all my wishes. What else could I be forced to do? Will I ever truly be myself again? You'll get back to where you came from. Huh? I know what it's like to be far from here. This is the farthest you'll ever be. The enigmatic man I just got achievement for. But you'll get back, I know it. Kneels down beside me and wraps an arm around me.
I need an adult.
Rests a hand under my arm and lifts me up slowly. It's very easy to lose your way, especially when others want to use you. They put their own path before your own. He holds me up and I'm limp alongside him. Who is he? Is this the guy who is conducting the ritual? If so, I don't sense a nefarious intent. He seems very wise. He's put me at ease, just like the man in the Ark. I feel my desperation brought you here. Perhaps something that despair assaulted you. If that is so, then I apologize. Your burden should be yours alone to carry. The journey to bring you to Terra was not an easy one to complete. It was filled with failure and compromise. Terra, is that where I am? Conrad, it worked. Is that so? How can you tell? It's not like we had an artist's depiction. I know this one. How do you know that, Indy? I can feel it. Just trust me. Alright, I'll play along. King Veloquez will be very pleased. I feel like I'm able to stand on my own feet. I gently push aside this Indy in a polite manner. I'm surprised I can do it because he's fucking yoked. I explain my situation. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know who they are or who this king is. Very well, you deserve an explanation. At least the best I am able to provide. Kitty. This is Terra. Cat jumped. It's a peaceful world. In fact, we haven't had war for centuries. This is thanks to the Immortal King. He's ensured that Terra is utopia. X to doubt. Unfortunately, that attracts people. There's too many that want to come here. We're victim to our own kindness and charity. Hold up. I'm Immortal King? Yeah, he got lucky. Managed to find a world that suits him. It's a complicated thing, the flow of time. Immortality isn't something I'd want, but I guess it works for him. He's able to get lots of stuff done. Every world experiences time differently. Many worlds are in sync or very close, but if you find that one special world, the world where time's flow differs so vastly, well, let's put it this way, you might be lucky enough to live forever. Or age civil and die of old age. Our King Veloquez, he found Terra. A world where time flows very slowly to him. That's why he's been able to live so long. Well, I think Indy is trying to say is it's a good thing you're not dead right now. Your world must flow similarly to Terra. But I guess that's a trade-off. Some people might enjoy a shorter life, especially on Terra where it's safe. It's true, a day of happiness could be desirable over a life of war on another world, I mean. World travel is very risky in that regard. Fortunately for you, you're safe, along with those that came instead of you. Instead of me. We tried to bring you here many times, but we also failed bringing you here many times, meaning we brought over the wrong person. We had to continue trying, though. Veloquez was very eager to get you here. Made sure we did the ritual every day. But not just every day, we had to do it at the same time as well. Same time every day, huh? That sounds familiar. Don't worry, the others are safe. We gave them to one of the local lords. He helped them immigrate to Terra properly. Let's not jump to conclusions. That lord is known as Lord Player. He has an open hatred of immigrants. So we really can't speak for their safety. He could have killed them for all we know. Yikes. Conrad, don't be so daft. Either way, Lord Player has the others. He's running for mayor and winning. And mayor is a step below the king, so Veloquez now sees him as a valid threat. I guess that's where we all come in. Mayor shouldn't be before king. It should be counts, and then dukes, and then the king. I didn't vote for him. That's why we're part of Terra, so peaceful. We're a private unit, funded by Veloquez. Could suck my unit. We do things he can't publicly do. Well, I guess you'd call it dirty work. Though no one's supposed to know that, you shouldn't speak so openly, Conrad. Seems that he's annoyed. Yeah, whatever. We're the Assassin's Guild. We have two members, student and teacher. And the student, of course, Veloquez wants to ruin Player. We're supposed to destroy his campaign. You're talking too much, brother. You're gonna get assassinated yourself. Terra isn't ready for a new ruler just yet. They throw the world into disarray, but Player is getting close to the throne, especially among those who hate immigrants. Action needs to be taken so he doesn't win. Hold up. Elections, immigration, smear campaigns. Am I sure I'm not on Earth right now? Suddenly, I don't think I can trust these two, at least not fully. They seem like bad guys? Either way, I've heard enough about politics for now. I've had a huge list of questions that need answering. For example, why was I brought here? Oh, you still have questions? We still have a long way to go. It seems like these benefit one another. File list will explain on the way. If the wonking is too much, let me know and we can stop to rest if you need it. Hey, Chapter 2. Alright, so we're going to end this video here. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, remember to hit the like button, keep the conversation going in the comments, and subscribe if you want to see more. Until next time, I hope you have a good day.